I was inspired to co-found the New York Arabic Orchestra with Bassam Saba, who was one of the most impressive, inspiring, incredible musicians I've ever met in my life. And I loved Arabic music. I wanted to live and breathe it, and I knew other people like me. So we created year-round organization where we met every week and we could enjoy Arabic music every Wednesday night. My name is April Centrone, and I'm the co-founder of the New York Arabic Orchestra.
The focus of the New York Arabic Orchestra is twofold. One is the performance experience, creating programming that can bring in all kinds of audiences, not just the Arabic audience, but also non-Arabs and people from other cultures who can learn about the music and learn to appreciate it, learn how to taste it, as we say in Arabic. But the other part is also the educational format, which is for me the most important part. Because how can you create programming that people can enjoy without educating them first about how to enjoy it? But when we look at Arabic music education, especially in New York City or in the United States, when we look at musical classrooms, you see that much of the music that's being taught is from Western European music that has been, in the curriculums for hundreds of years. However, when you look at a classroom now in New York City, you see it's a very diverse room full of kids from all over the world. So it's very important to be inclusive, and Arabic culture and music has a huge presence in New York City. And through my personal work here with Carnegie Hall and other institutions, and through the work of the orchestra itself, education has played an important part in decolonizing the classroom and providing Arabic music to students so that society can thrive as a whole and have a really inclusive environment, which I think is very important and will lead eventually to positive social change.
My name is Kareem Youssef. I am a vocalist with the orchestra. So growing up in the church and singing, we sing Arabic and Greek and English. So there was always a tie to the culture of where I come from. And that was very important to me. Tying that back to Arabic music outside of the church, I think, again, it all kind of stems to me wanting to hold on to that part of me of where I'm from. It offered me a channel to kind of learn and appreciate the music that we have.
I, like many violinists, grew up playing classical music, Western classical music, and I discovered in college that I really loved Arabic music. And I decided that I wanted to pursue that in addition and then instead of classical music. I had a very dear friend who was a roommate who was from Iraq, and she started playing me some of the music, and it just took me in. I just really loved it, and I decided I wanted to play it.
The majority of the members of the orchestra are of non-Arab background, but have spent years of their life pursuing this music and loving it. And that's all thanks to what this organization has done into really providing that space for the musicians. So I think there's many levels to why it's special.
My name is Gideon Forbes, and I play the Nye in the New York Arabic Orchestra. So for me, as a coming to it, studying with Laith a bit before, virtually, during the pandemic, and then eventually doing the Sunday sessions it's been just a fantastic experience where I feel like it's, kind of the best that we can do in these times where we're so far apart. I mean, he's able to teach us in a way that feels like even through Zoom, we're learning so much significant musical material, whether it's written material, whether it's Taksim approaches, whether it's maqam theory, any of these things. He's really able to show it to us in a really clear and wonderful way.
Arabic music was like nothing I've ever experienced before in my life. It was emotional, it was deep, it was rich. It had more notes, more scales, more rhythms.
The orchestra has impacted me in so many ways. It's immeasurable, actually. I picked up the oud, I picked up the nai. I became multi-instrumentalist and learned this language, Arabic music, and made me a better musician, my intonation. The life that I have now actually is because of the orchestra.
The programming of this orchestra is going to be varied. We're not going to only perform classical songs and pieces, and not only contemporary songs and pieces. The program is going to involve giving tribute to the Arab world in general, not only one area of it, not just Egypt, Lebanon, and Syria, but also Iraq, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Yemen, the Gulf world. So being really, including the whole Arab world within the programming. And more so to that, what are the other connections to Arabic music? Whether it's flamenco music, whether it's Icelandic folk, for example, or whether it's the jazz and blues, and seeing how we can connect that thread through this, the history of music as we know it. So the vision is to create programming that really gives us a big picture on what the musical world looks like now and how Arabic music really works and is actually standing at the forefront of that. So humbling to be in this position and working with such great musicians, great organization, great board, and looking forward for the next few years.
Since the orchestra's inception in 2007, the orchestra has enjoyed performances at Lincoln Center for the Lincoln Center Out of Doors Festival in 2011. We've performed for Access, the largest Arab American organization in the country. The New York Arabic Orchestra has also held special educational programming in New York City throughout the 5 boroughs in partnership with Yo-Yo Ma's Silk Road Connect. We've also held educational programming in the Middle East and South Asia for refugee youth, inviting members of the orchestra to stay for a month and spend time with the youth in various refugee camps and refugee centers.
I think it's a very exciting time right now because the younger generation is investing a lot of time and energy into appreciating their roots and identity, not only for classical Arabic music, but also for contemporary Arabic music and where the music is being pushed towards in terms of breaking stereotypes and pushing the boundaries. When I took this position a few months ago, it was after our dear founder of the orchestra, Mr. Bassam Saba, passed away. So it was a tragic moment, but also a very humbling one because I knew I was taking over from somebody who I truly respected. And I wanted to continue on his vision and mission. But right now, leading the orchestra I understand that I also have to find my own vision that complements what Bassam had in mind, but also pushes the orchestra forward. So it's very exciting because being in a city such as New York City that is very diverse, and also through my networks of musicians and artists that I've worked with in the past, through my experience as a student studying at Berklee College of Music and other institutions that have, that are pushing the boundaries of music, I think creating cross-cultural collaborations, innovative programming that involves not only professional musicians, it involves students, community members, working with other musical idioms and cultures, and seeing how Arabic music can thrive within those cultures, and vice versa, how those cultures can thrive within Arabic music.
If you're looking to get involved or support our mission, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you.